There I am. So this one's going to be out of Kentucky, Villa Hills, I think. Back around the 10th of the month. Traffic stop for speeding. Speeding.
How you doing, sir? Hey.
I'm going to assume that this is a left-handed officer because he's got his flashlight in his right hand. So we're going to assume that he's left-handed, right?
Hey, listen, my partner's just working on a warning for you back there, okay, for the speed, okay? You just can't be going that fast through here. I got you. Where you heading to, man? Where's that at?
Manchester.
Oh, okay. I got you. What brings you up here? Oh, where's she live at? Where at? Hamilton. I got you. Just come up for the day, or drove all the way up here just for the day?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
Truck driver, 3-hour drive.
I got you. Where at Hamilton your mom live?
I'm on the west side.
Over on the west side? I got you.
Yeah, I ain't been up since Christmas. I've
Drive up. What time did you come up today? 10 o'clock? Okay, I got you. What's that?
Past my bedtime.
Past your bedtime?
Yeah, I'm an old man.
I got you. Where you live at? Damn, you got a hell of a drive still. Yeah.
I wish we could hear his answers a little bit better, but the line of questions from the officer, pretty standard, right? Where you coming from? Where you headed to? How long you been there? And what we're doing here is we're trying to establish the story. Is the story going to be the same every time, or are things going to change, or are the details going to change? Because they could all be indications of, I'm making up some bullshit as I go along, and I can't remember the bullshit I just made up, so I'm going to throw some more bullshit on top of it. It also gives you an opportunity to kind of get an idea of how the subject is feeling, right? Are they nervous? Do they look nervous? Are they sweating and it's cold outside? Are they cold and it's hot outside? Is their voice shaky? And a lot of that is common when you get pulled over. I mean, it's just human nature to be nervous in these kind of interactions, but nervous why, right? He's already said, hey, you're getting a warning, dude. But based on the behavior alone, you can start working on your articulable suspicion, right?
Truck drivers, you think it's a long drive. That's just a short drive.
Yeah, I got
And
you.
we used to bargain that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your ears are cold.
Yep. Yeah, he's just working on a warning. He'll be a few minutes working on
I
that warning.
appreciate it.
Your license, everything valid, man? Okay, yeah, as long as your license is valid, just gonna be a warning. No court, no fines.
Them CDLs.
What's that?
Them CDLs, you get tickets on these roads.
Yep, I got you.
Hey, Chips.
No, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. I got you. You never been in trouble for anything before, have you, man? No, I'm good. I appreciate it. You been in trouble for anything before, man?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of? You never...
Not that I know of. Anything in the car I need to know about guns, knives, open alcohol containers, drugs of any kind? Not that I know of.
About 5 years ago, I got boo-booed a little bit.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I was up there in Pennsylvania. Then handcuffed. Then ropes to survive.
Yeah.
So I had to take it. My dad passed away in March.
Yeah.
Left me a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
I didn't move me down there.
Yeah.
So I took it with me. Mistake.
No good?
No good.
I got you.
I told myself I've been here a long time. Just trying to keep up my mind.
Yeah.
So just said,
Will they get you on like some stolen guns or something?
no, in a commercial vehicle.
Oh, okay, just having a gun in a commercial vehicle? I got you. I got you. Not that I care, man. There's any weapons in here?
No.
I'm just curious. I always just ask.
I didn't mean to go all the way back there, but did you see his reaction when the officer asked if there were any weapons in the vehicle? And he played it cool. Are there any weapons in the vehicle? Not that I care. Because in all reality, we don't. I'm about to COVID sneeze. Maybe not. You're welcome. But the guy's reaction, as soon as he is he said, "Are there any weapons in the vehicle?" Dude was immediately staring straight ahead. Quit moving, stopped, and his body kind of locked up. No. So that's another winner right there.
I got you. Okay. What's that?
Everything in the world.
What's
Oh.
everything in the world?
Hold on.
Got you. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, I got you. Okay, listen, man, you're not hauling anything illegal or anything in here, are you? Nothing illegal in here? No large amounts of anything you're trying to haul or anything like that? Okay, I got you. If I was to ask you consent to search the vehicle, man, would you let me search the vehicle real quick?
See how the demeanor changed, man? You can see the gears turning. It's a 50-50 shot, right? Do I roll the dice or not?
Oh, I mean, just a guess. I got you. Okay. What's that?
Everything in the world.
What's everything in the world? What's that? Oh, I'm just asking, man. I was gonna say, I would just get you on your way.
Now riddle me this. Do you have to have a reason to ask somebody for permission to search? You can ask. But do you have to have developed PC to ask? You can ask anybody, right? Or can you? What do you think? Drop it in the comments.
What's that? Okay, I got you. Well, listen, partner. You got a little you've had a lot of pretty nervous behavior sitting here talking to me. Okay.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, you have.
I don't feel nervous.
Okay. You know what I do for a living, man? I catch drug dealers and drug smugglers. Okay. That's what I do for a living. Okay. Okay. And I work a canine. Okay. So normally what happens is, you know, I'm not saying you didn't, and I'm not saying you did anything wrong. Okay. But a lot of your mannerisms and gestures while you've been sitting here talking to me, okay, I'm trained to read people, okay?
All right, one thing I want to point out real quickly. He's got Homeboy's DL in his hand. Generally, when I was, you know, if I'm in somebody's door, I find a place for everything, right? So I'm either putting that driver's license under my pin or tucking it down in the front of my belt. I tried not to put them in my pocket because I had a bad habit of fucking collecting driver's licenses and then have them to send them back and everything. But you try and you want your hands to be as empty as you can, right? So unless you're holding a flashlight for illumination and not your gun hand, then yeah, try to keep your hands as clear as you can and find a place for everything.
Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, listen, partner, I'm gonna give you your ID back here, okay? But before I let you go, okay, I believe at this point now I've got enough reason to say something to point my canine. I'm gonna run my canine around your vehicle real quick, okay? Okay, do me a favor and step out for me real quick, okay? Just have you step right back here, okay? Run the dog real quick. So step right back here, man. We'll be just a second, all right?
See, he's taking too much time.
All right.
Just step right back
Right
here.
there, right there, right there.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Back, get back, get back! Bill,
Shot fired.
Bill's fired, shots fired. Send a squad.
Shot fired. Sending squad.
Bill's 5. Drop the gun! Can you contact Bill Hills 2 immediately?
All right, so just real quickly, man, I want to see how he reacted. Now, he's right-handed. He had that flashlight in his right hand, so he had to dispose of that flashlight, right? So that all takes time. Not a criticism, just a critique, right? But I want to see. Now, you can tell as soon as he's getting out of the car, you can watch him. He says, "I can't." He's reaching. But watch the officer's reaction and how he moves to cover.
My man.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Hey, get back! Get back!
One-handed shooting.
Bill, Bill's 5 shots fired. Send a squad.
They put the truck in between him and the bad guy. It's a smart move. He was still able to get rounds on target, it looks like, through the glass. But in the meantime, he's off the X and moving around the truck, so he's got a solid object between him and the shooter.
Bill's 5. Drop the gun! Can you contact Bill Hills 2 immediately?
Shitty on this highway, too, man. All those vehicles.
5 get units up here to shut this interstate down. Oh, what do you see? What do you see?
I just see he's looting in the truck.
God damn. Dude, he about shot me.
All right, so normally, well, not normally, generally speaking, when we do these, I kind of harp on people, you know, once your suspect's down, moving in, securing the suspect, securing the weapon, rendering aid. But in this case, because they're on a highway, the traffic is crazy, is it worth getting run over for? Like, if you get bumped by somebody going 80 miles an hour, you're a fucking ragdoll. So, can they move up safely, not including the shooter, can they move up safely with the traffic to render aid and to secure the subject and secure the weapon?
We need the interstate shut down now. That's why he cuts down. When he cuts down, I'm going to open channel for units. That's why he cuts
Well, what do you see?
He's still looting in the truck.
Drop the gun! Drop the fucking gun! Show me your hands! Show me your fucking hands! Both of them! Both of them!
All right, he's still up.
Let's move.
No, stay back, stay back. I don't know where the gun's at.
Hey!
Officers on scene, 10-4.
He's reaching, he's reaching.
Timber, okay.
Okay.
Got him at gunpoint.
You got him at gunpoint.
Quit reaching! Stop reaching! Show us your fucking hands now! Show us your fucking hands! I can't see his hands! He's reaching, he's reaching, he's reaching! He's down.
He's down.
He pulled a gun on me. Don't move.
Get back here.
5 heavy units stepping up, please.
Copy all responding units. Step it up. Responding units.
Did you fire?
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many rounds I fired.
Keep watching him.
I'm watching him.
You can hear the cavalry
I
coming.
can't see his hands no more. He's on the ground. He's right here, Sarge. Step this way. He pulled the gun on us when he got out of the truck. No, there's no one else in the car. I can't see his hands. What do you, I'd like to have a shield. Well, you want to approach? I'm going to leave that on you, Sarge. You want to approach? Let's approach.
Good.
You got him? I'm going to grab his feet and try to drag him back.
Clear right side, clear right side.
Good coordinated effort right there. Right? He you know, hey Sarge, what do you want to do? Let's approach. So they approached, but they did it safely. They did it as safely as they could given the road conditions, and maintained cover. They knew the suspect was down. Is he playing possum? Is he not? You don't know. So, you know, they maintained lethal cover on him and moved up. So that was solid decision making, and I understand the waiting in this instance because there was quite a bit of distance that you would had to have walked. You don't want to be single file walking next, trying to stay out of the lane and walking next to that patrol car. So you want some different distance in between you, but it's hard to do that and not walk in the highway. So I get it, and I think this is probably the safest way they could have done it.
I'm going to drag you back. You may drag you back.
Move anymore.
I'm going to holster, Sarge.
Good man.
Grab this horse. Grab that horse.
Grab that arm.
No gun yet.
No gun. Get him in cuffs.
Now.
It's a good view right here. Now let's see what he has to do with that flashlight, because here comes the draw.
Billy, let's say shots fired. Shots fired.
So the cover officer was able to literally cover him while he got off the action, retreated back to the vehicle, again using the suspect vehicle as cover. So that's solid work.
Squad.
Shots fired.
Step right back here for me, my man.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Hey, get back! Get back! Bill,
Shots fired.
Bell's fired. Shots fired. Send the squad.
Shots fired.
I want to see if he's shot. All right, now watch when he steps out and produces that gun. Watch the officer in the doorway here. Watch what his reaction is.
Step right back here for me, my man.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Hey!
You see him reach out and grab the gun, or reached out to grab the gun. So is that almost like an autonomous response? Was that his brain saying, gun, I've got to have a hold of it, I've got to be in control of it? It's crazy what your brain does, man. Then you see he's trying to figure out, now I got to get this flashlight out of my gun hand because I got to get my gun in my gun hand.
Get back! Get back!
Boom. Did my man here, I can't tell if he shoots.
Step right back here for me, my man.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Hey, get back! Get back!
So I hear one round go off, but I can't tell if this is him. Yeah. So he's dumping rounds. You can see the shell casings popping up. And at this point, the other officer's coming around the side of the truck. But you've almost got they're almost shooting at each other.
Bill, Bell's fired. Shots fired. Send the squad.
Shots fired.
Well, there we have it. I mean, all the and it was hard again, really, at the beginning there to hear his the driver's responses to the questions, but you could get some nonverbal cues to the questions that the officer was asking. Especially there towards the end when he said, "Hey, you know, anything in the car I need to know about? Do you have any guns in the car?" And the guy stiffened right up. Well, why did he stiffen up? Because he's got that gun behind him, right? It's like what is the word I'm looking for here? Indexing. Like if somebody's got a gun in their pocket, and they'll start patting their pocket, or they'll start touching wherever that gun is, right? They'll start touching their waistband. Do you have any guns? And no, I don't have anything. They'll touch it. It's almost involuntary, or it is involuntary. So those little nonverbal cues is what got the officer here to think to pull this guy out and to tell him he was going to run the dog. Once the gun was produced, all bets were off, and they did what they had to do. But good use of cover, good use of your cover officer, and they were able to put the threat down. And it's my understanding that the gentleman did pass away at the hospital. So, you know, don't point guns at people with guns, I guess would be the moral of the story there. If you guys saw something I missed, drop it in the comment section down below. Sub to the channel, please. And if you think this is worth sharing, share it. You guys be good. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you next time.